Brian Garcia, this Jay, I'm on the nitrous.
And I was at the dentist's office the other day. I was taking a nitrous oxide. I suggested if anybody's like stressed out.
I'm still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad's name.
All right, so this whole 50 Cent and Lil Meech thing, it's gotten messy.
Yeah, really blown up online.
Right, you see the headlines and it just seems like another celebrity feud,
Oh, totally. Just drama.
But we dug into this video, read through the transcript, and
There's a lot more to it.
yeah, there's some serious stuff going on beneath the surface, like way more than just Instagram unfollowing each other. This feels different.
Definitely. The whole thing's escalated so fast.
Yeah.
Like, from unfollowing each other to all these accusations about money and drugs. It makes you think something big happened between them.
Yeah, a total breakdown, like their relationship is just gone.
Feels that way, yeah.
So for anyone who's not totally up to speed, we're talking about 50 Cent, right? The guy who pretty much made the BMF series happen. And Lil Meech, who's not only the star of the show, but also, Big Meech's son.
Carries a lot of weight with that name.
For sure. And the video we're looking at, well, it's mostly 50 Cent talking. And he is really concerned about how Lil Meech has been spending all the money he's made from the show. I mean, millions?
Millions, yeah. Life-changing amounts of money.
And then on top of that, there's these, pretty heavy claims about a possible addiction.
Yeah, this is where things get a lot more serious, right? It goes beyond just industry gossip.
Right. So let's start with the money. What does the video actually say about how Lil Meech has been spending?
So, from what 50 Cent says in the video, it seems like Lil Meech was spending, a lot. And on things that maybe aren't the smartest investments.
Like what kinds of things?
He talks about designer clothes, specifically mentions Chrome Hearts jeans. Apparently those can run you like $10,000 a pair.
$10,000 for jeans?
Yeah, it's a lot. And then there's the watch. A watch that's rumored to be worth $2 million. It's all very flashy.
Oh, wow, yeah. And the video emphasizes this contrast, right? Like, here's all this money, but is there any planning for the future?
Not really, no. And that's the thing, right? A lot of young people in the entertainment industry, they get this huge influx of cash, and it can be hard to manage.
Yeah, easy to get caught up in the moment.
Exactly. It's easy to think it'll last forever, but that's rarely the case. It makes you wonder what kind of financial guidance these young stars are getting, Do they have people helping them plan, invest, think about the long term?
That's a really good point, because in the video, they also talked to Tony Yayo, and he has some interesting things to say, right?
Oh yeah, Yayo doesn't hold back. He says Lil Meech was acting entitled, like he deserved all this money, and that he'd still be asking for money, even while spending like crazy on all this stuff.
So kind of out of touch with like the reality of managing money.
Yeah, seems like it. And that brings us to the really heavy part of this whole thing, the accusations about nitrous oxide.
Yeah, this is where it goes from money troubles to something potentially much more serious.
Right, so 50 Cent claims that Lil Meech is addicted to nitrous oxide. You might know it as whippets or laughing gas.
Whippets, yeah. For those listening who might not know, that's usually the gas you find in like whipped cream canisters.
Right, exactly. And people inhale it to get a quick high.
And it's important to say that this is not harmless fun, right?
No, not at all. The video does a good job of explaining the risks. Like, using nitrous oxide can reduce your oxygen levels, mess with your memory, even damage your nerves.
Damage your nerves. That's scary.
It can even lead to brain injury. It's serious stuff.
And it can be fatal, right?
Yeah, there have been some high-profile cases. The video mentions Aaron Carter, who passed away, and there were rumors about Kanye West using it too.
So this isn't something to take lightly, and it sounds like 50 Cent is really worried about Lil Meech.
Yeah, and he's not the only one. The video mentions that people close to the situation, like insiders, are saying the same thing.
Corroborating his claims.
Exactly. And they also mentioned an interview with this underground rapper, Brick Baby. Apparently, he straight up said that Lil Meech has a problem with whippets.
So it's not just 50 Cent saying this, there are other voices backing him up.
Right, and that makes it harder to just dismiss it as, a personal attack or something.
It sounds like 50 Cent actually tried to help, right?
Yeah, according to the video, he sent Lil Meech to rehab. Paid for it himself, too.
Wow, so he wasn't just talking, he was taking action.
Exactly. It makes you think about their relationship, right? It sounds like 50 Cent really saw potential in Lil Meech, who was trying to guide him.
Yeah, like a mentor, even a father figure.
Right. And then the video talks about these things that happened on the BMF set. It's pretty concerning. Like, apparently Russell Hornsby, who's also in the show, he noticed Lil Meech seemed off during a weapons training session. And another crew member said they found whippets in Lil Meech's truck.
On set. That's not good.
No, not at all. And there were even reports of him throwing up on set. So it starts to paint a picture of what was maybe going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it makes you think about like old interviews and stuff. The video talks about fans going back and looking at Lil Meech in videos and noticing that he seemed out of it.
Yeah, Blu-rayed, sluggish are some of the words they used. It's made people wonder if this has been going on for longer than we thought.
And then there's that whole thing at Popeyes, remember?
Oh yeah, the Wild Popeyes incident.
Yeah, where Lil Meech got really agitated, like over a pretty small thing.
Seemed out of proportion for sure.
Right, and at the time, it just seemed like, okay, weird, but maybe he was just having a bad day. But now, looking back...
It makes you wonder if there was something more to it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, there's the airport incident, which is just a whole lot.
Oh yeah, that was wild. Unloaded gun, no license,
Yeah,
claiming to be underage, even though he's like 22?
22 or 23, right?
Yeah.
And name-dropping 50 Cent.
Yeah, like that would somehow help the situation.
The whole thing just screamed bad judgment, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, and the video really breaks it down. The gun, the age thing, the name dropping, and then the conflicting stories about who packed the bag. It's a mess.
A total mess. And then the video talks about this loyalty flip-flop, which I think is a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's interesting how that played out. So after 50 Cent unfollows Lil Meech comes out and is like super loyal to 50.
Deceases Rick Ross even.
Right. Yeah, basically says he's Team 50 all the way. But then, not long after.
He's partying with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, which makes you wonder what changed so quickly.
Right. And the video mentions that there might be a business deal in the works involving Big Meech, Lil Meech, and Floyd Mayweather.
Ah, so there might be more to it than just hanging out.
Yeah, potentially. But the point is, this whole loyalty thing really shifted how people saw the situation.
Oh yeah, because at first some people were siding with Lil Meech, like, why is 50 Cent being so harsh? But after the flip-flop.
It kind of made 50 Cent's decision to distance himself seem more understandable.
Totally, like, maybe he saw this coming, you know?
Maybe, yeah. The video also gives 50 Cent a chance to explain himself, which is interesting. He says he really tried to be there for Lil Meech, like a father figure.
Makes sense given what we know about Big Meech's history, right? It sounds like 50 Cent wanted to keep Lil Meech on a different path.
Yeah, and he talks about paying for acting classes, trying to give him advice, that kind of stuff. And he's very open about his belief that Big Meech was a bad influence.
That's a strong statement for sure.
It is. And then he talks about Lil Meech allegedly having a breakdown on the BMF set because of, the substance use.
Which, if true, really adds to the idea that 50 Cent was genuinely concerned and trying to help.
Yeah. And the video even mentions 50 Cent's discomfort with Lil Meech's alleged relationship with Randy Huggin, who's the executive producer of BMF.
Mimi, right.
Yeah. It sounds like 50 Cent thought that relationship wasn't good for Lil Meech, that it might have been enabling some of his behavior.
Interesting. So we're talking about money, addiction, loyalty, maybe some bad influences, a whole lot of drama.
And a very public falling out between 50 Cent and Lil Meech.
Right. This whole thing is a lot more complex than it might seem at first glance.
Yeah, when you just see the headlines, you think, oh, celebrity feud, but it's really not that simple.
No, not at all. The transcript, it really shows you the layers of this story. It makes you think about the pressures of fame, especially for someone young, like Lil Meech, who's also dealing with this family legacy.
Right, the weight of that BMF history.
Yeah, and how do you handle all that? The money, the attention, the people trying to get close to you?
And then what happens when you add alleged addiction into the mix? It's a recipe for what we're seeing play out right now.
Exactly. And for anyone listening, it's a good reminder that we often only see the tip of the iceberg, There's always more to the story. And it's important to be aware of that, to not jump to conclusions based on just the headlines.
Totally. And it makes you think about Lil Meech's future. What happens now? Can he bounce back from this?
Good question. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out.
We will, yeah. This whole thing is a good reminder that fame and fortune, they don't solve everything. In fact, sometimes they can make things a lot more complicated. All right, well, that's about all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.